Hello, hello everyone, and we are so glad that we get this is our first time doing it with three different people. Well, two other people because it's usually just us and the other person.
So we had to learn a few things.
Yes, but the reason why is because we have Healing Strong on today, and Healing Strong is a national organization. Maya is one of the locals, and we also have Colette, who's in the Salt Lake area, and Maya's in Davis County. And then we have Suzy on with us too, and she is the founder of Healing Strong.
So, and you're coming from Georgia, right?
Atlanta, yes.
Oh yeah,
Atlanta. That is so awesome. And one thing is awesome is that Suzy is flying out for the conference, and that she is going to be able to meet up with a lot of Healing Strong people while she's here. It's doing like a conference like this, it takes a lot of work. And Suzy, you have built up a whole organization called Healing Strong to bless so many people's lives. Do you kind of want to should we start out with what you and your story is? You don't have to go into deep in it because I know that you're going to be speaking at the conference, but
just a brief
what
explanation
is Healing
of what Healing Strong
is.
Yeah.
What is Healing Strong and why did you start it?
Yeah, well, thank you so much first for having us. And I love talking about Healing Strong because we really are made up of hundreds of people that really have the same heart for sharing hope like you all are doing with this Be Healthy Utah. So Healing Strong really addresses a problem today, which isolation, desperation, people are just especially in today's world, it's a very difficult season of life and are facing challenges of healing. And we know that healing doesn't happen in a doctor's office or in an IV chair. Healing happens at home. We have support from others, but when they go home, that's where the real challenges happen. And we know that when we are in community and we have the support of others, that the idea of implementing what our practitioners and what our healing team is teaching us, we have a much better chance of doing so. And so what Healing Strong does, we've been around 10 years. We're a nonprofit organization, and we come alongside of brave men and women who want to heal, no matter what their diagnosis, whether it's stage 4 cancer or they just are a young mom wanting to raise her family healthy. We have lots of groups like that. And so we come alongside them and we help them to rebuild their body. We talk about nutrition and whole foods and detoxification. We also talk about renewing the soul, which is important. That's our mind, our will, and our emotions. And you can't heal without getting that in alignment. A lot of people are wrapped up in unforgiveness and bitterness and just past hurts that we come into life with. And we just teach them through experts and through our curriculum of how to kind of get through that. And then the last thing that we do, but I think the most important thing that we do, is we help people refresh their spirit through God's word. And so we believe that God is our healer, and we believe that he can show us the way. And no matter what the outcome is, he can show us what he believes is the right way. And if we hear his voice, we believe you're going to have a much better outcome, and you're going to walk out this life with peace and joy and love and purpose. And so that's what Healing Strong groups do. And Maya is one of our group leaders there in Utah. And we have about 175 groups that are meeting all across the United States, Canada, and a few international countries.
Nice. Now, did it start out with as a cancer? Because that's what I've always thought Healing Strong. Is it start out like with helping people after they've dealt with cancer to kind of go more of a natural path? Is that how it kind of started, and it's kind of just branched out a little bit from that?
It did, Shane. I had cancer and I healed it using the Gerson protocol. The team that got Healing Strong started, all of us had a cancer connection. But what we found is that cancer is like the end stage of disease, right? Like there are so many other things that happen coming up to cancer.
Right.
So we have found that it's just important to look at it both from a preventative standpoint, but also along the way, helping people hold their hand along the way, no matter what it is that they're dealing with, emotional stress or physical illness. Many of our groups are just cancer focused. And of course, my heartbeat is cancer, because so many people get a diagnosis of cancer and are told they don't have any hope. And that
Right.
is not true. We have seen
Well,
so
it's
many
not just like
people.
told they don't have any help. It's told, okay, we have to cut it out right now. We have to do this, this, and this. And within a day, all of a sudden, their life has changed. They didn't even know they had it. And all of a sudden, it's like an emergency now, or else you're going to die. And there's so much scare tactic with cancer. There's
It
so
really
much, like,
is.
for me, it's kind of like, well, wait a second. I've probably had this for years. So how come I have to have it out tomorrow? Why can't I think a little bit? Why can't I
Mhm.
look at some other options? Why can't? And I think that's kind of the part with cancer. So Maya, what as a local leader, what is it that you do to help with the cancer or with the Healing Strong Network? What is it kind of that you do?
So Suzy touched on the curriculum a bit. And so that is what I'm working through right now with the group. And so each meeting has a different focus, but each one compounds and builds upon each other to get a really good, solid foundation that provides tools for the members to be able to implement what they feel led to do. And so
So when you
it's
say
for me,
meeting, how often do you meet? Like once a month, every 2 months?
you like literally, I was going to say that
All
next.
right,
And so
that's right.
I'm mind track here. For me, we meet monthly. Some groups are, I think, weekly, some are bi-weekly. And so it really does vary. And I think there's one available to meet that meets maybe every day out of the week, depending on if you're looking for online or in face to face.
Mhm.
But right now I'm doing online just because when we started back, I thought it would be more, I guess, more comforting for some people. But I do know there's some meeting face to face. And like Suzy said, it really is, whether it's virtual or face to face, being in a room, so to speak, with people, because if we're doing it, it's sort of like we're in the same room. But if you're in a room with people who can lift you up and encourage you and cheer you on and also give you things for you to pray about and start to implement so that you can feel better in the long run in all ways, right? That Suzy touched on, is not just body, but spiritually and mentally and all of that, then it's so empowering and it's such a powerful gift that the Lord has given us in fellowship with one another.
Well, it's kind of like, we're not just a physical person, right? We're physical, we're emotional, we're spiritual. We have to like find a way to be able to put this all together. And that's what's good about your organization is that, Suzy, you've created a platform that really gives everybody all of those areas to be able to heal. And,
So important. So many support groups, just especially cancer ones, just talk about how, their sickness and their illness. But we all desire for people to be whole. And wholeness requires us to address and unpack those things that we bring into especially our adult life with. And so we very much believe that for a person to be whole, it's way more than about the tumor that they want to just cut out. There's a root cause to cancer and to other diseases. And so we really have learned that over the years. We've been doing this 10 years. And we are so excited, and our community is vast and it's deep, and we really care about the individuals. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of
Well,
want to add to that as far as
yeah,
types of people, because the group leaders are all coming from different backgrounds, but a lot have their own cancer healing stories. So the variation comes in when I lead a group. I'm coming from my mom getting diagnosed and the Lord using that to open my eyes to natural health, and then me pivoting, like we kind of mentioned earlier, my own family's health trajectory. And so that we were blessed because of that opportunity that the Lord used to show me that there's another way. And so it's become a deep passion of mine, rooted in my mom getting her own diagnosis, who she chose heaven, and every person has a right to choose. However, she too was asked multiple times at every single visit, "Are you ready to do radiation? Ready to do chemo? We got to do this. Are you ready? Have you changed your mind yet?" And every time she had to put her foot down and say, "No, I don't want to." And so that is another reason why community is so important, because you you really build each other up in being able to be an advocate for yourself as well, and be confident in that, knowing that the Lord is with you along the way.
Well, and like, it's like, you know, you don't know what you don't know. And when you come to these meetings and be able to just educate yourself, then you know more options. And that's what we love about this conference that we're doing, is that it's kind of like your platform a little bit, in the way that there's so many different avenues for healing out there. And we just need to bring that to awareness of the different avenues that there are out there. We have to look outside of the box. And that's what I love about Healing Strong. You know, we talk with Colette. She's in the, you know, the
She's in our area.
in our area quite often. And she has many speakers that come and talk to her chapter about all different types of healing. And that's what, the more that we um, the more that we just learn about it, then I feel like we then can be our own pioneer in our own healthcare system, and how we want to treat our body, and what is, you know, what is our heart telling us that we want to do for our next step. And so that is what is like Healing Strong. If for people that don't know, it is a nonprofit organization. And they're going to be there at the conference, not only just giving support to our conference, but also showing others that there is a support system, that they don't have to take these health journeys on their own.
That's right.
My sister, we just got off alive with her. She had 4 rounds of colon cancer. And, you know, that path is very lonely sometimes. And to not many people can understand the things that you're going through. But when you can find a support system like this, like you've created, then it gives people like hope, and it gives them options, and it gives them a sense to go to the next step.
Well, the sad thing also is that if someone chooses, like you said, your mom, she chose not to do the radiation and not do the chemo. Everyone, like, it's so crazy because everyone thinks that they're crazy for not doing that, right? You know, because everyone, or they try to do a natural approach. It's like, well, I know someone that went to Mexico and they died. And it's like, well, how many people have died of cancer doing it the other way too? You know, there's other options out there. And it's such, I had a patient, her husband was dying of cancer, and they did like a $15,000 test on him the day before he died. They knew he was dying, and they still did that test. And I'm like, why? You know, it's like, what? It's almost become, if you notice, all these hospitals now have separate cancer facilities, because it's become a huge dollar amount now. And I think that's the sad thing with it, is that you guys are doing this just because you're trying to help people. And that's the hugest thing.
Well, thank you, Shane. And, you know, 1 in 2 people now are going to get cancer. It's 1 in 2 men and almost 1 in 2 women. And so if you think about that, it's very important that people are not only educated when they get it, but also before. And I just want to touch on one thing that you said. So many people look at cancer as the tumor, right? And so if you were to take your car into a shop with the check engine light on, and the mechanic said, "Oh, I know how to get rid of that. Let me just rip it out of the car," you would think they were absolutely crazy, right? When you would drive to the next one until you found someone that was going to get into the engine and make sure things were taken care of. And that's the issue with cancer. Cancer is way more than just about the tumor or the blood cancer or something. There is a root cause for it, and God has created our bodies to heal. And I've seen it from people walking out of the doctor's office given weeks to live, and they have been living, it's 20 years now, but they had to make a change, right? They had to take action.
You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, right?
That's right. That's right. And we help them do that. I mean, that's the thing. You're not alone. There are so many people who have walked this journey out, and you've got to find them. And we've created this platform with hundreds of people that you can connect with, like Maya, who does it out of the goodness of her heart, her own time. Colette, she's been doing it. She's one of our longest meeting group leaders right there in Salt Lake City, Draper, Utah. They do so many fun things. I mean, they're looking at essential oils, and they're growing herbs, and it's so great. It's so great. And so I hope people know and understand that there is always hope. And that's our message. And there has to be this mind shift, this paradigm shift in our mind about health and wellness. And nobody else is going to take care of you better than you. And you've got to know what you need to do and what is out there. And that's what we teach. And so we really want to empower people to do it.
And even if you did go the medical model, did the radiation, whatever, if you join a group like this afterwards, it's just going to help you even more, because when they radiate, when they cut it out, it's not all there. There's still tumor necrosing cells that are traveling throughout the body. The problem is with the way they diagnose it is all of a sudden it's, now you have a different type of cancer. Usually it's the same thing. It just moved from one place to the other, because when they cut it out, it spread because through the just the cells, right? I mean, that's just how the body works. So it's not just, if you go that route, then you're not welcome here. It is, hey, we'll take you whatever you've got to now. Now let's just help open it up so we have more things to do, more options to now keep you well.
That's right. Yep. We never tell people what to do. I mean, I did integrative. So, I did the surgery and then the radiation, then it came back, then I did the Gerson therapy. So, people come at it from all different angles, and we never tell you what you should do, but we are going to teach you principles to heal and live by that God has shown us. And that is nutrition, whole foods, detoxification, supplementation, God's word, getting rid of the emotional baggage, helping you find your joy, forgive others. I mean, it's so good, isn't it? I mean, that's what this is about. That's what Be Healthy Utah is about. So we're just
So if anybody out there wants to learn more about Healing Strong, come to the conference. Suzy's going to be speaking to us. Plus, they're a vendor there. Well,
they have a booth.
They have a booth there. You can go and talk to them, find support. And what you guys are going to be helping out also with some of the volunteering at the conference, which
we appreciate.
We appreciate that, because this takes a whole army to be able to get things going here. And, I just really commend you, Suzy, for putting this all together, and also all the chapters you have out there. I mean, Maya, I know it takes a lot of your own time and energy to put this together, because you saw this vision, and it takes everyone to build something beautiful. And that's what you guys have done, is created something beautiful. If you want to come and meet them, use their code. Maya, do you want to tell them what your code is, and they can get in for a discounted rate?
So it's Strong 30. It'll save you $17 off the ticket. So for 2 days, you can get in for $30. So that's like $15 a day, and you can spend the entire day there if you want. So it's a fabulous deal. And I don't know if it's case sensitive. Is it?
It's not case sensitive. You can just get on the website, click on purchase tickets, put in that code.
Go to the 2-day live event.
The 2-day live event, and you'll get the tickets for $30. And the things you're going to be learning at that conference is a lot what the principles are of what Healing Strong is, because you're going to find all different areas at that conference. And you're going to find emotional, and you're going to find physical, and you're going to find, spiritual soul parts also. So
thanks so much. You guys are awesome in what you do. And we appreciate it. We got to run because we got another one coming up. We're kind of back to back here. But you guys are awesome, just in the vision that you guys had to try to create what you're doing and trying to help people. It's all about helping people. And that's truly why it's such a good match to have you guys at our conference, because that's all we're trying to do as well. So thank you so much. And we appreciate you guys being on with us and coming to the conference and being so willing to help out.
So make sure you like and share this. All of you guys, make sure you like and share this. This Facebook Live, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that can be blessed because of Healing Strong.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We're excited. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.